This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
$7,003% property tax increase.
Bombardier is cutting 7,000 jobs over the next 2 years. Most of the job losses will be in Quebec, including 3,200 positions from its rail division.
I'm saddened by this news because we must all remember that there are fellow human beings and their families that will be affected.
The Montreal-based firm announced this morning 2,800 job losses in Canada, 2,400 of them.
The company is not expecting to lose jobs in the commercial aircraft business, as they have a letter of intent to sell 45 C-Series jets to Air Canada. The jets have been in development for over 10 years and are at least $2 billion US over budget. Bombardier has seen a decrease in profit over the last 2 years and is expected to lose $1.5 billion in 2016. The aircraft manufacturer's publicly traded shares fell below $1 for the first time in 25 years. Toronto medical officers issued an extreme cold weather alert for the GTA. Frigid temperatures will be hitting the city tonight. The city is gearing up services for the homeless, including handing out tokens for people to get into shelters and increased street outreach. It is recommended to dress in layers, stay dry, and avoid outdoor activities.
This is a demonstration
Delisha is here with an early look at what's in store for us this evening. Delisha, how cold is it going to Delisha is here with an early look at what's in store for us this evening. Delisha, how cold is it going to get?
Caviar, right now it's -1 here at the Trafalgar campus, dropping to a low of -16 overnight. Tomorrow morning it'll feel more like -20 with the wind chill, so it's very important to dress warm and protect yourself from the cold. And while we're dealing with these frigid temperatures, Ottawa is buried in more than 50 centimeters of snow in the aftermath of a major storm. The snow caused major cleanups, delays, and cancellations. 120 crashes on city roads have been reported. Ottawa police are reminding people to adjust their driving according to the weather. I'll have your 5-day forecast later on in the show, but right now it's back to the warm studio.
The trial for the men accused of killing Tim Bosma continues today. Witness Chaz Main told jurors he was riding his motorbike on May 10, 2013. He then came across a large smoker attached to a propane tank on a property in Ayr, Ontario. The property was owned by Dylan Millard of Toronto and Mark Schmick of Oakville, who have both pleaded not guilty to the charges of first-degree murder. 3 days after Main claimed to have seen the smoker, Bosma's body was found with burns leaving him beyond recognition. Police released images of a male suspect in connection to a shooting that happened Monday. The images show the suspect walking away from the park and looking back several times before disappearing from the camera's view. He is thought to be 20 to 25 years old, 5'7" to 5'8" tall.
unveiled a new website today dedicated to unsolved homicides. The site will provide information on homicidal crimes dating back as far as 1959. Along with this information on cases, the public will also be able to find contact information on investigators for each case. Toronto Police hope the website will help gather new tips on over 500 homicide cold cases.
22-year-old Hamilton resident Cynthia Clark has been missing since Monday afternoon, prompting the Toronto Police to conduct a search. She was last seen on Sunday in the Upper Wentworth area in Hamilton, expected to board a bus en route to Toronto, but never arrived. She is described at 5'4", black hair, brown eyes, and medium build. Anyone with information is asked to contact the police or Crime Stoppers.
A prize home in Markham has been removed from the Princess Margaret Cancer Centre home lottery after organizers discovered that the neighboring homeowner is a licensed marijuana grower. Vice President Christine Lasky has made this decision after some careful consideration with the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario, claiming that the neighboring home leaks a strong odor. Instead, the lottery will offer a cash prize of $1.28 million, plus the regular cash bonus of $25,000. The emergency department of St. Michael's Hospital is set to partially reopen this afternoon after a water pipe burst above them, flooding the second and first floors of the hospital. The ER was closed for 36 hours while crews assessed the damage to the facilities and evaluated each piece of medical equipment in the trauma center. It is also confirmed that the pipe burst had nothing to do with the weather.
Woodbine Entertainment Group announced that they will build an entertainment venue that will seat 5,000 people. The 15,000 square meter venue will be located at Woodbine Racetrack and is expected to be completed by 2018. Development will include restaurants, a movie theater, and shops. Future plans include show homes, offices, a satellite campus for a university or college. Toronto may be facing some severe service challenges by Friday at midnight if a strike by city workers cannot be averted. Denzel Minan Wong, Toronto's deputy mayor, says the city faces serious financial pressures. CUPE Local 79 President Tim McGuire says that it would be a big mistake if the city imposes tactics to cut full-time jobs, sick pay, and benefits to workers. He noted jobs are often part-time without assurances of ever becoming full-time.
In Ottawa, hundreds rallied to show their support for Canadian pastor Heenan Sulim. Serving a life sentence in North Korea, the pastor is accused of harming the dignity of their supreme leader and trying to use religion to destroy systems within the country's government. No release has been issued, and the Mississauga native is getting an overwhelming support from a number of Canadians, putting pressure on the federal government to take action.
A CBC investigation has uncovered a payroll screw-up at Justice Canada that resulted in $15 million worth of taxpayers' money being overpaid to thousands of government lawyers between 2007 and 2013. Union and management are claiming that most payroll discrepancies were simple misunderstandings. So far, no lawyers have been required to reimburse the money. However, a justice spokesperson stated that new training and procedures have since eliminated the discrepancies. Rob Calabrese, a radio host from Nova Scotia, is seizing an opportunity by trying to convince Americans to move to Cape Breton if Donald Trump gets elected. The host created a website to entice U.S. citizens to move. Within a couple of hours, the site had already attracted a huge response. The host is hoping to get as many people as he can to move to Cape Breton.
More than 94,000 Canadian youth between the ages of 12 and 17 were involved in criminal activity in 2014, according to a new Stats Canada report. The statistics show a drop of 11,000 incidents and arrests between 2013 and 2014.
Victoria Caspi is the first woman and one of the youngest people to win Canada's highest science award, the Herzberg Gold Medal. Caspi is an astrophysicist, professor, and Canada Research Chair at McGill University. The astrophysicist studies dead stars, which are referred to as zombie stars. These stars have the power to create a supernova, which is considered huge in the world of science. The Herzberg Medal comes with a $1 million research grant. Caspi will be honored in a presentation this evening in Ottawa.
Do you know if you're taking full advantage of the security services here at Sheridan? Neil Rampone has the story.
I'm here out front of the security office at Sheridan College Trafalgar. The security team here helps play a big part in keeping us safe on campus, and I had the opportunity to find out more.
This is a demonstration of
Hundreds of
Wirecast.
students walk Sheridan halls every day. Whether it's HMC, Davis, or Trafalgar, campus safety and security is the top priority, so I spoke to 2 people responsible for safety on campus.
What we offer for students directly is one component is the Safe Walk, which is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are staffed on site 24/7. In addition, all of our security operatives are certified and trained. There's approximately 40 modules of training that all of our operatives go through to make sure that when the student approaches our security operative, they have an excellent experience with that operative.
From the lost and found to criminal activity, the security on campus covers all of your issues. You're never alone when you're here at Sheridan.
Security dispatches the safe walkers. So if we have a safe walk request while the student union is available, they may go as a pair and escort a student, and security is always there to supplement that service.
With such a large community, students too are often asked to do their part to help and keep the campus safe.
I am a very compassionate person, and I like making sure that my friends and people are safe. So I thought this would be a good way for me to do that, to ensure people's safety on campus.
Campus safety and security are very important here at Sheridan College. They want you to have the best experience possible, no matter what it takes. Reporting for Eye on Sheridan, I'm Neil Rampone.
Coming up after the break, massive roadblocks in Colorado.
And the Pope visits a very unexpected place. Stay tuned.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Sheridan College joined forces with Mohawk College over 2 years ago to develop the Aboriginal Initiative Center here at Trafalgar campus. The aim for the center is to help students cope with the challenges of post-secondary study and the issues unique to Aboriginal students. Crystal Davine has a story.
I think it's important to have Aboriginal Initiatives office, not only because this campus is actually on Indigenous land, but because the Aboriginal culture and community within the college is kind of untapped. Resource was not available to them prior to last year, and this is kind of bringing everybody together and kind of informing and educating the college on the importance of their presence.
Striving to be a home away from home, the Aboriginal Initiative Center is a key resource for not only Sheridan's Native students, but the Sheridan community at large.
I come here to do my homework, hang out with my friends, learn more about my culture. I think it's important for us to all have a place where we can get together and have a sense of community, because a lot of the students here come from far away and they don't have a family and a home, and we kind of have all become a little family here.
The Aboriginal Initiative Centre hosts various social events throughout the year. Taking place for the second year in a row, the Drum Circle celebrates all cultures coming together in unity. The Drum Circle event is just one of many social activities put on by the Aboriginal Initiative Centre. If you would like more information, you can visit them here at Trafalgar Campus, room B127. Reporting for Eye on Sheridan, I'm Crystal Davine.
Ottawa is being urged to take action on what being called Caliphate Cubs. These are children of ISIS brides, and retired Lieutenant General Romeo Dallaire says Canada must recover these mothers and their children to prevent the kids from becoming ISIS soldiers. At least 5 Canadian ISIS brides have given birth or become pregnant in Syria. The news comes from a recent University of Waterloo study on foreign fighters who have fled to Syria and Iraq. The women are between the ages of 19 and 22 and reside in British Columbia, Alberta, Quebec, and here in Ontario. Interim Conservative leader Rona Ambrose has admitted that the women and children are at serious risk.
7 suspected members of ISIS have been detained and charged in Russia. The alleged members were brought in under suspicion of carrying out terror plots in Moscow and St. Petersburg. The suspects were from central region of the country and are of Russian ethnicity. Officials also discovered a laboratory containing bomb-making materials and hand grenades and pistols. And ISIS is facing financial problems, and cutting salaries as one of the group's main sources of income is being significantly reduced. Most of their income is from resident taxes. However, with thousands fleeing Syria, ISIS' income has been impacted. The group plans to raise taxes for remaining civilians to make up for the losses, as well as charging fines for strict dress code violations instead of handing out floggings.
Republican candidate Jeb Bush took to Twitter yesterday with a shocking image of his own personalized gun saying America. The tweet received more than 7,000 likes and 9,000 retweets within an hour and a half of posting. Others took to Twitter with funny remarks regarding Mr. Bush's tweet. One user put a picture of their hockey stick and captioned it Canada. Another user put a picture of their Nerf gun and captioned it Australia. Colorado commuters are being forced to take a 140-mile detour after a rock slide occurred on an everyday highway. Boulders the size of cars tumbled onto the Interstate 70, damaging a tractor-trailer and stranding travelers. The Colorado Department of Transportation shut down traffic in both directions along a 24-mile stretch of highway. A spokesperson claimed that one of the boulders was the size of her SUV. Crews are expected to clear the path by tomorrow.
Pope Francis will conclude his Mexico trip today with a stop at Ciudad Juarez prison as part of his long-term efforts to minister inmates. During encounters with prisoners, he often encourages them not to lose hope. The Pope urges justice systems worldwide to end capital punishment and life sentences, calling them a hidden death penalty. His trip has focused primarily on injustices faced by Mexico's poorest, most oppressed, and vulnerable citizens. Taiwan Ministry of Defense confirmed that China launched a surface-to-air missiles on an island in dispute located in South China Sea. The island plays a key role as shipping route. Several countries, including Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines, have overlapping claims to the territory. According to CNN, a U.S. official described the launch as further demonstration of China's attempt to change the status quo. This launch promises after President Obama spoke out in support of smaller nations' right to defend their claims to the South China Sea. Apple's chief executive Tim Cook says his company will fight a court order to open users' iPhone. His message came after a mandate from U.S. magistrate judge for Apple to help the government break into an encrypted iPhone belonging to Saeed Farouk, one of the shooters in the San Bernardino attacks last December. Cook calls the ruling a dangerous precedent and breaches of privacy of millions of users. Coming up next, Molly will highlight this week's latest sports news, while Kyle Johnson will update us on Sheridan Bruins volleyball.
And Taylor Jabara will talk the latest about Kanye, plus more. Don't go anywhere.
My nose is running like crazy.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Welcome back to Eye on Sheridan.
It's a busy week for Canadians in the sports world. Molly Casey will tell us all about it. Molly?
Thanks, Kavya. This morning, Canada's mixed curling team got a huge victory as they defeated the United States for gold in the Youth Olympics in Lillehammer, Norway. After a 5-1 lead, Canadian skip Mary Fay led the team to a 10-4 victory after the 8th end went unplayed due to a concession. The Canadian women's soccer team played against Guatemala in the CONCACAF Women Olympic Qualifying Championship, winning 10-0. The win puts them at one game away at earning a spot in the 2016 Rio Olympics this Friday. Canada will take on Costa Rica with a berth up for grabs. After an exciting All-Star weekend at the ACC, the Toronto Raptors are eager to get back on the court at the United Center, where they will take on the Chicago Bulls. The Raptors, unfortunately, are 0-2 against the Bulls this season, but are looking to change that and will continue to chase the Cleveland for the first place in the conference. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. on Friday night. The Buffalo Sabres, who won 2 straight, look to continue their winning streak in Ottawa last night. After the Sabres got an early lead, Senators Ryan Dzingel tried to the game in the first period. Fast forward to OT, Sabres Ryan O'Reilly had the chance to win the game, but goalie Craig Anderson turned him away. So it came down to a shootout, and Sabres Matt Molson had the chance to extend the game, but Anderson again closed the door. With the win, the Senators are at 500, while the Sabres dropped to 23, 28, and 7. If you are busy tonight, be sure to tune in into a great game on NBC between the Chicago Blackhawks and the New York Rangers. Earlier in the season, the Rangers beat the Blackhawks 3-2 and have won 4 of the 5 last matchups. For you Canadian fans, Montreal hopes to bounce back against the Avalanche, who have lost 2 straight tomorrow night. The Rangers will be on the road to face Toronto Maple Leafs, who are coming off to an embarrassing loss against the Blackhawks Monday night. Last night, the Lady Bruins volleyball team had their backs against the wall as they hosted Niagara, searching for 2 crucial points to push them into the playoffs. Our sports reporter, Kyle Johnston, gives us the exclusive from the volleyball court.
In the final match of the season, the Sheridan women's volleyball team hosted Niagara last night in search of a victory that would bump them into the playoffs.
Yeah, we've kind of been approaching the last few weeks as a playoff mode already, so we're basically tried to create an atmosphere where it's a do-or-die situation for us.
The Lady Bruins, led by Jacinta McAndrews' service game, smashed their way to a 16-9 lead, forcing Niagara to call a timeout to make adjustments on defense.
Today our main goal, as always, is to serve receive well.
Displaying their offense early in the opening set, the Niagara Knights quickly adjusted, and the Lady Bruins let an early lead slip away.
We made a few errors late in the set and played it a bit tentative, and they capitalized on our lack of aggressiveness at the end of that first set.
The Bruins failed to regain the momentum in the second set, allowing Niagara's net presence to control the match, falling behind 2-0.
They're a really big team, so if we're not able to make a good pass and run our offense, then that's what's going to fail us.
With their season on the line, the Lady Bruins could not afford to lose another set. After exchanging points early on in the third set, Niagara's size, power, and experience proved to be too much for the Bruins on this night, leading the Knights to victory. After suffering their first defeat in 3 games, the Lady Bruins failed to secure a playoff berth. Senior players will reflect on the lost season, while Coach Hunt is already looking forward to next season. Reporting for Eye on Sheridan, I'm Kyle Johnston.
Iowa State and Baylor treated basketball fans to a thrilling game yesterday. Tied at 81, Baylor's Jonathan Motley looked to throw down a slam to take the lead, but Iowa's Deontay Burton blocked him. Iowa then had a chance to win the game with a pull-up, and jumper Monte Morris could not connect. So they went into OT, where Lester Meadford hits the tray, but Baylor ahead then in the transition. Motley slammed it down, plus the foul. Baylor wins 100-91. That's all I have for sports. Let's head over to your entertainment host, Taylor Jabara, to see what's going on in the world of entertainment. Taylor?
Thanks so much, Molly. So Quebec's film industry has made a few adjustments today. Earlier in the week, a biography was released about Canadian actor, director, and writer Claude Jutra, stating he was sleeping with young boys. With these allegations being made about him, the Quebec Cinema announced that the Claude Jutra Award is being yanked out from its annual award shows. This award was named after him for nearly 20 years. And Baltimore gangster Nathan Barksdale has died at the age of 54 in North Carolina federal prison. Barksdale was the inspiration of many characters in the much-watched TV series The Wire. This show was first aired in 2002 and ran a solid 5 seasons until 2008. Right now, Nathan's death is currently unknown. And Vanessa Hudgens might be facing some charges for PDA, but not the kind that you're probably thinking. The actress posted multiple photos by the Red Rocks at the Sedona area in Arizona. One of the photos had a heart carved into the rocks, which read Vanessa and her boyfriend Austin's name. This photo was later removed from her Instagram, but media misses nothing and brought this photo to the attention of law enforcement. Maybe Vanessa didn't know that damaging this natural feature could land her 6 months in jail with a maximum of $5,000 fine. Guess we'll have to wait and see. But as we all know, Kanye West has recently had some pretty intense rants on Twitter with celebrities like Wiz Khalifa, Amber Rose, Taylor Swift, and Mark Zuckerberg. But what does Kim K really think of these unnecessary outbursts? Well, she can't stand Kanye's recent Twitter drama, and a source said Kim K is a mom and she wants to be a role model. She doesn't want to be involved in ridiculous drama. But no one would have ever guessed that one of his most recent rants would be about his sister-in-law, Kylie Jenner. After rumors were made about Kylie signing with sports brand Puma, Kanye tweeted, 1,000% there will never be a Kylie Puma anything. That's on my family. 1,000% Kylie is on Yeezy team. And Puma, we gonna give you your measly $1 million back. Never try to divide the family. And so with all that being said, it was confirmed that Puma's deal with the youngest Jenner is official and that she already finished her first campaigning shoot with them. Sorry, Kanye. But that's all I have for entertainment news. Back to you guys in the studio.
We'll be back with a weather update from Delisha Williams.
Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Sit up straight.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Well, this is the 9th extreme weather alert that we've had.
Let's head outside to Delisha for more.
This is a demonstration
Gaston,
of
right
Wirecast.
now it's mainly a mix of sun and clouds, sitting at -1, feeling more like -7, dropping to a low of -16 overnight. Let's see what this week's forecast has in store for us. Thursday will be mainly sunny with a high of -4, dropping down to a low of -10. Friday temperatures will warm up a bit with a high of 6 going down to a low of 4, with a 70% chance of showers or flurries. It will be a mix of sun and cloud for Saturday with a high of 9 and a 30% chance of showers. Temperatures will drop to a low of +0 in the evening. Sunday will be mainly cloudy with 40% chance of flurries, sitting at a high of 6, dipping down to a low of -1 at night. Monday will also be cloudy with 40% chance of flurries. Temperatures will be a high of 1, dropping to a low of -6. Bundle up and stay warm as much as you can. That's it for this week's forecast. Until next time, I'm Delisha Williams. Back to the studio.
That's all we have time for today. I'm Kavya Yoganathan.
And I'm Gaston Calzado. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Take care.